never overthink about anything, and when you just decide to go somewhere, don't wait like for a long time and decide, well, should I go or not. When you want to go, just go, and in the worst case scenario, when you don't like it, just like there is a way for coming back.
Yeah. Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of our podcast Chat Abroad. Today we have our guest, as we promised in our last episode, that we will invite someone really interesting and really fascinating to explore her journey and her experience in Germany. So welcome.
Thank you. Hi everyone, and hi Olima. I'm Atafe, and thank you for inviting me as guest.
Thank you for coming
It's
and
my
finding
pleasure.
time.
Of course.
Yes. So today, as we said, that we will try to know your journey, how you came to Germany and what you do here and stuff.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate that you agreed to share your life
It's my
journey
pleasure.
here.
Yes.
Yeah. So my first question is like general question. Maybe you could introduce yourself like you already did, but
Yeah.
like say, what are you doing here? Working,
Yeah.
studying, and yeah.
Okay, I'm Atafe, and I'm originally from Iran. It's been around 3 years that I came to Germany for studying, and I'm living in Chemnitz and studying at TU Chemnitz, and I'm working also in a company in Leipzig, and I ready for your questions.
So yeah, as I mentioned in the last episode, we all know that your family roots, even though that you were born in Tehran,
Yeah,
your family roots go back to north of Iran,
yeah,
like most scenic parts of Iran.
yeah.
Yeah. So my first question is like, how do you remember actually Balade that your family is from? Like, yeah. Do you have any childhood memories that you would really want to share that might be really insightful for people and motivate them to visit maybe? Balade?
Motivate them for going to Canada. Wow.
Yes, just like share your maybe childhood memories.
Yeah. Of course. Yes, I can say many experiences from the north of Iran, and where my grandparents are living there. We usually go to the north of Iran for a part of our New Year holidays, and also in summer. In the winter, that part is very, very cold. That like even the people who are basically living there, they don't stay for the winters there. But it's a very like the north of Iran is the more green place, and it's so interesting to like each person who comes to Iran. I think they should visit the north of Iran.
Yes,
Advertising.
for sure. Yeah, and you grew up in Tehran. You studied
Yes.
in Tehran.
Yeah.
How was the process? Like, where did you study? Maybe first of all.
Yeah, I born and grew up in Tehran, and my family are still living in Tehran, and I studied in Dr. Shariati University. I studied computer engineering, and Tehran is a very interesting place to live, but it's not my place that much because it's like too much crowded and a lot of pollutions. But it has a good nightlife. Like whenever like at 12 a.m. you can go out and eat ice cream, and there are a lot of people out there. Like at first when I came to Germany, I arrived in a very late night, and no one was literally in the street, and like I was like comparing with Tehran, that we go out like 11 p.m. and there are a lot of people. People are like it's so crowded, but like it's good.
But coming to Germany was the first time you went abroad, or?
To like no, not the first time. I went to Turkey before, but yeah, like for the Europe, it was the
But it's like quite similar to Tehran, like everything is more lively, the cities are crowded, or
Germany?
in Turkey, I mean.
Yes.
Sure. So maybe as we started talking about Germany, what actually inspired you to come to Germany, and why Germany?
Yeah.
And why Chemnitz? This is the main question I always ask.
Why Chemnitz? Yeah. Basically, I wanted to have new experiences because living in Iran was good for me and I was enjoying to the most, but I was staying just in my safe zone and everything was good, but I didn't have many new experiences and I wanted to be more independent, and I went to also studies in a good university. And I decided to come to Germany, but from very back, at first I wanted to more travel. And when I finished my bachelor, I was thinking about, okay, I should find something that I can makes me able to travel to all different countries and places. And living in Iran and traveling is a little bit maybe difficult in my mind, because you need visa for all the places. Sure. And also the currency, even if you earn a good money in Iran and you want to travel to the countries that their currency is euro or dollar, it's a little bit difficult. So I decided to move and live here.
And how Chemnitz? How did you find Chemnitz? Because as I said, I also mentioned it in our first episode that I didn't know where Chemnitz is.
Me neither.
What is this?
I have no clue. Yeah. Basically, when I finished my bachelor, I found in Iran there are institutes that they apply for you for other countries and for studying there. And I found an institute and I asked them, I studied this, and I want to do this. And they found Chemnitz and they applied to Chemnitz for me. And the first time that I got admission, it was in the middle of the Corona pandemic. I could register for the university, but I couldn't come. I should study online. Sure. And I didn't want to stay in Iran and study in Germany, so I didn't register for the university. And the next year, people could come to Germany and get visa. They applied again, not me. They come the institute. They applied to Chemnitz, and again I got admission, and I came to Germany and Chemnitz. And me also had no clue how I should go there. I just booked the flight. Should I explain this?
Yeah. I will come to this point.
Okay.
Yeah, but what really interests me, how was your parents' reaction or family's reaction in general that you decided to go to Germany, to study?
Yeah, it was not easy for them, but they are they accepted it because they know that I am kind of a person who want to experience new things and I cannot stay in one place. Yeah. And they were okay. They were of course worried, but they were okay. And
yeah, I remember because in my country, I don't know how is it in Iran, but in Uzbekistan there's this kind of stigma or stereotype that the girls should not travel abroad alone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I know this mindset, but I didn't care that much about it because
that's great. So now that we come to the part where I really want to know about your experience in Germany, maybe what was your first impression of Germany upon arriving? And maybe there was some funny, interesting, surprising story that you could share.
Yes, my whole life is surprising, I can say, because I got admission and from the university, and I got visa, and I only my family knows that I got admission and I'm going to leave Iran. And then I told to my relatives and close friends that I will leave like in 1 week, and I booked the flight when I took the visa for the next week. Like I had 1 week to pack everything and get ready for for trip, not to trip, but I still don't want to call it migration. Then I got the flight, and it was my first time for going like abroad alone. And when I went to the airport for going, I had a big like family party and saying goodbye to everyone, and my family were crying and stuff, and I said goodbye, I'm leaving, and I went to the airport. And that day was the day that all the flights in our country was cancelled. And I couldn't go. And I stayed for around like 12 hours in the airport and hoping that it will get better.
Oh my God.
And they said, okay, all the flights are cancelled and people can get like the new flight. And I came back again home. And I was like, yeah, I'm back. I couldn't go. And I got the next flight in the next 2 days or 3 days, yeah. And finally I came to Germany. And I remember that I booked the accommodation in the dormitory, like the student dormitory. And I didn't know anyone in Germany. Like nobody. And I found in the university there is a program like that they are helping the people who are coming from abroad, and they can get the key of the door, like the dorm, and they can help.
The buddies.
Yes, the buddies. And it was still like end of the pandemic, and like not like everywhere was a little bit closed, like pandemic style, like rules and stuff. And when I reached to Germany, I think my flight was to Nuremberg, and I came there, and before coming, I wrote an email to the someone from the body program, and a girl accepted to get my key. And she said that she will come to Chemnitz Hauptbahnhof to took me to the dormitory. And I reached to Nuremberg, and I had no idea, okay, how I should go to Chemnitz from here. And I went to the for buying the tickets for the train, like when I arrived. And I remember that I got a ticket that now I know that it might cost around 40 euro. I took it around 100.
Oh my God. Actually, I had the same experience.
Yes. And I reached to Chemnitz. And that the bad part was that I didn't have the SIM card from Germany, and I had no internet even. And my family were worried because they didn't hear anything about me for a long time. Okay, in the first train from Nuremberg to Chemnitz, the train had Wi-Fi, and I wrote the email to the girl that I'm coming to Chemnitz, and I reached there at some time. And the second train, the train to exactly Chemnitz, it didn't have even internet, Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
And I had no internet. And I found a guy, I remember, and I asked him, can he share his internet with me? And he was so kind, and he shared, and I said to the girl that I will reach. And when I came to Chemnitz, I saw the girl that she was waiting for me, and she was so nice and helpful, but I was with 100% Persian culture. And I remember I had 2 suitcases, 2 backpacks, and a big instrument. And I reached to Chemnitz with all of this stuff, and the girl asked me, do you need help? And I said, with the Persian background, I said, no, thank you. And I was expecting that she will ask again and again. I was like, oh, okay, now that you are insisting, okay, you can help me. And she said, okay, and she left. And I was waiting there with all of this stuff. And I found that, when they ask something, they mean it, literally.
Yeah, sure.
And And after that, actually, she helped me a lot. And I remember that I arrived in the late night, and even inside the city trams were not like they're working not very on a schedule in the night.
Mhm.
And I remember that we walked with all of those stuff from Hauptbahnhof to the dormitory, which is around
20 minutes,
20
30 minutes.
30 minutes, yeah. And this was my first day in Germany.
So the coming to Germany was already challenging. Apart what you are like, you went through after it, like how challenging and difficult it was. Yeah, it's really actually interesting. And yeah, as you said, this cultural difference that when they say something, they mean it.
Yes.
Yeah, that's actually the case. Like when they say no, it means no. Yeah. So you don't just have to say like, oh, okay, like maybe he or she will ask it again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Regarding learning German, did you face any difficulties with the language here?
Yes. I started learning German 1 month before coming to Germany, and it went good. And when I came here for the first year, I was still a struggle, and still I am not fluent and good at German language, but I think I'm much better, of course, from before. But I think the challenge for me in learning the language is I am when I study it, but I'm not using it. It's not that much practical, and the thing is that mostly the people that I am communicating with them, they can speak English even in my workplace, and when I don't use it, I forget many things that I know. But when you are using German, it's helpful.
I guess when a lot of people come with English knowledge to Germany, they are kind of sure that with English it will be okay.
Yeah.
But the reality is when you arrive to Germany and you start integrating into the society, you know how essential actually the German language is, or any part of Europe, wherever you go. Yeah. The next question is that I'm interested in your perspective. Did living in Germany somehow changed your perception of life in some ways? Like maybe, I don't know, you got more serious towards stuff, like facing a lot of challenges and ups and downs and problems. Did you have even problems finding a job, maybe, or?
Yeah, I can say. Of course, it has effects on my characteristics and everything. And I would say I have changed a lot since last 3 years, but I cannot say that it's, of course, because that I lived in Germany. But I would say living alone and not with family and everything has changed maybe, and I became more maybe patient, I would say. And also I think after coming to Germany, maybe I think that I became more like a easygoing person, like exactly the opposite that you said, I became so serious. No, I think and also about difficulties about life, I would say yes. Not difficulties, I cannot call it difficulty, but challenge maybe. Finding a job. I think I was so lucky in it, but I know many of my friends that they are talented and they are knowing many things, and it's difficult for them to find a job in Germany.
But you could find easily, throughout the period.
The first job was relatively easily, and I used to work in the university. Many students are they start working in their university, and the second job that I found in a company, it was again, I think I was too lucky to get it.
Or
Yeah.
just you are talented and you get it
Who
easy.
knows?
And maybe you have a really convincing power. Like,
Yeah.
you should hire me.
Yes, I will do this for the company.
Yeah. And how do you stay connected to your Iranian heritage? Is there any activities? You visit Iran more often, right?
Yeah, yes. Since like I tried to visit Iran once at least in a year, and actually there are a lot of Iranian people here, and we have a community, and we have like some gatherings, and we talked, and I have also a lot of Iranian friends. That's good, and I didn't expect at first when I came to Germany. And I saw the first Iranian person, I was so happy. And then I saw like, oh, we are a lot.
That's great.
Yes.
Actually, I always say that that's great having a community and people who will always help you out and support you in need. It's really great.
Yeah.
No matter what other people say. Sometimes I know people who say like, you come here and it's like Iran, nothing changed, you know. But having a support and knowing that you can just, you know, call someone and ask some things that's not clear to you,
Yeah.
it's an advantage.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. That's so good.
And what's your actually favorite activity or hobbies doing here in Germany? And you said you also have an instrument. Do you play?
I'm like a beginner,
Mm-hmm.
but I play, yes. I have tar. It's a Iranian traditional instrument, and I am like practicing to learn. Yeah. And different hobbies. I usually go to gym, and I watch a lot of movies, and
What about boulder lunch? You didn't mention boulder
yes,
lunch.
I'm gym. I make the boulder. Yes, like since I was 19 years old, I started bouldering in Iran. And when I came to Germany, there was a gap that I didn't train, like because of pandemic and also a lot of other stuffs. And but now it's been like one of the main parts of my routine, going to bouldering and training.
Was there any something you discovered in Germany? The activity you
Activities. The new activities.
like, for example.
Yes, like, sorry to interrupt you. Like before in Iran, I didn't, like now is like traveling is one of the things that I do quite common, I would say. Yeah.
Like, you know what I started doing here more often is hiking. Because they all love hiking.
Yes.
Like, I didn't do it that much back in my country, but here it's literally a sport that you do hiking and going.
Do you like it?
Yeah, sure. And
Yeah.
you see like a lot of beautiful places and
Yes. Yeah.
and especially when you have a group
Yes.
to hike with. Oh, amazing. Yeah. Yeah, the thing that I also wanted to ask you, is there any stereotypes or, you know, judgments that people think of Germany that you would say like, hey, it's not like this.
Yeah.
Don't think about it. Like,
Yes, of
and
course.
you also were thinking that, yeah, I will go to Germany. Everyone is, I don't know, like, so on schedule, on time.
Yeah.
They are concentrated on work. You know, this kind of
Yes.
stereotypes.
Yes, I would say like before coming to Germany, there were some beliefs in Iran, maybe between Iranian peoples about German people, or maybe especially some specific parts of Germany. And but when I came to Germany, I saw that they were not correct. Because like in the gym that I usually go, like the people are super friendly, super cool, and they are really nice. Like it's been 3 years that I'm living here, and I can say that I haven't experienced any bad thing in my interaction with the people. here. And also, like, one other thing about the workplace, I would say I was expecting like they are working too much and like too hard, and they are, but I saw that yes, of course they are working and they are so good, but it's not like they are waking up at 8 and like not waking up, but they are start working at 8 until 5 and they are just working and not talking, and but they are so cool. Like they were much more cooler than what I expected to be.
Yeah. That's great. And maybe for the ending, for wrapping up this wonderful discussion and conversation, I would maybe ask you, what's one piece of advice that you would give to people who are about to like come to Germany or in general to Europe, like, you know, moving out of their country?
Let me think. A piece of advice. I would say never overthink about anything, and when you just decide to go somewhere, don't wait like for a long time and decide, well, should I go or not. When you want to go, just go, and in the worst case scenario, when you don't like it, just like there is a way for coming back.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, I always say like sometimes we just have to risk it.
Yes.
Yeah, to
Yeah.
see what's gonna be from. That's what's gonna work out from it, or you know.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, and I really thank you again
Thank you
for
for having me.
this wonderful conversation. We will go to a second part where we will challenge you about your country and about your general knowledge.
Okay.
Yes, and it's gonna be a kind of a game quiz, and I'm really excited about it.
Me
And
too.
maybe for everyone, I just wanted to mention that, you know, it's Christmas Eve, Christmas time, and we are, yeah, so excited. And this is one of the holidays that you really, you know, you are excited about it here because the festive mood is all around, and you
Yes.
just have fun. You drink great glühwein or punch, or you know, go for Christmas market. Do you like it?
Yes.
Yeah, it's great. Like one of the advantages of being in Europe in around Christmas time.
Yes.
Yeah. So I thank everyone who watched this and listened to this, and yeah, see you in the next episode. Thank you.
I thank you and all the people who will watch this.
Yeah. Peace.
Peace.
Filming?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because it's ready. Get ready.
Are you ready?
So you want to cut it after it?
Yeah, the guy will do the rest only.
Yeah. Let me do the rest. Don't worry.
3.
Under the tree.
Plan.
Da, da.
1, 2.
2, 3. Done. Go to Balade for. Excuse me, can we stop? Why I said that 100 of times? I will go normal.